This is Taiwan Talk.
This is Taiwan Talk on ICRT.
Welcome to Taiwan Talk. I'm Eric Smith, and today we have the former Vice President of the ROC, Madam Annette Lu, with us. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I appreciate it. 真的谢谢.
My pleasure.
You've been out of office for a few years now, and you've been working on a couple of other projects. Can we just catch up for a quick a minute or two and tell us what you've been working on? I believe you've been involved with the Women's Federation for World Peace International.
Yes, and also Marine Peace and Sustainability, and as well as Rescue the Earth, Save Taiwan campaign. And also I launched a referendum to block the nuclear force plan.
Right.
Many things.
So mainly peace initiatives and environmental issues.
Environment, yes.
And recently you also proposed a solution or a temporary idea for the Diaoyutai dispute as well?
Yes, we just finished an international forum on marine peace and sustainability with the cooperation of Taiwan Ocean University. And
your suggestion is basically that all the countries involved
should keep distance away from Diaoyutai to demilitarize the area and to cooperate for the development of marine conservation.
So set aside the sovereignty issues and jointly develop and protect.
That's right.
All right. Well, you have now decided to throw your hat into the ring for the nomination for DPP candidate for Taipei City Mayor.
Yes.
Can I ask you why you want to do this?
Because in the past couple elections, our party are not that confident and determined to win over the city as the capital of Taiwan. So important. So I pushed them, encouraged them, and I realized that I'm the one who can win it over.
Do you think the other candidates that have declared so far are weak candidates?
Well, they are very nice persons, but either too young in experiences or not that confident.
I don't mean to sound offensive in any way, but I am interested to know if you don't think that perhaps it's time to pass the reins on to a new generation of DPP politicians.
I left it for many years, but I just don't see that they really can win it. In the past couple of years, I give them the opportunity. Time is very critical for the fate of Taiwan. China is approaching. They are ready to take over Taiwan if we lose the capital. It's very dangerous. I have no other choice.
But Taipei City itself doesn't have a very good track record in electing DPP mayors. In fact, the only reason Mr. Chen Shui-bian won during that election was because the vote was split into a three-way race. So how is it that you feel that this time around you have a shot at actually winning the election? Okay,
number one, given the fact that President Ma's leadership and reputation have fallen down to the earth, I believe many rational and mature voters will change their mind for a better future. And I believe the citizens of Taipei welcome the best and most experienced person to govern the city, which is me. And besides, I don't think that it's so difficult because KMT is split, and DPP, I think, they have been encouraged by me. So now they are determined to win it. And people, I think, care more, not about the party, but the person. And based on my personal background, contribution, and prestige, I think I can change the situation.
The current mayor, Hao Longbing.
Yeah.
I recognize that the two of you are on the opposite sides of Taiwan's political divide, and I'm sure that on most issues you probably don't agree on a wide variety of subjects.
Well, not necessarily. For those which are good for the people and for the city, certainly I back up and follow it.
Can you tell me, give me a couple of examples of things that Mr. Hao has done, Mayor Hao, that you agree with?
Well, I think some progress he has made, we have to admit. But also, he spent too much money. The flower exhibit, people think it's waste too much money. And I concern mostly the safety and environment in the city. Given the fact that the high frequency of earthquakes and typhoons and the rise of underground water, I don't feel comfortable about some of his project to have high buildings, skyscrapers everywhere in the city. It's too heavy. In particular, the Twin Tower project, which has become notorious because of scandal of corruption, and then also the original design, I think, also have problem.
So you think that some of his policies perhaps are correct, but they were not well managed?
Yes.
Tune in tomorrow for more from Taiwan's former vice president. Reporting for ICRT's Taiwan Talk, I'm Eric Smith.
This is Taiwan Talk.
This is Taiwan Talk on ICRT.
I'm Eric Smith, and thanks for listening to Taiwan Talk. Today we're continuing a conversation with former Vice President Annette Lu, who has thrown her hat into the ring for the DPP nomination for Taipei City Mayor in an election that will take place late next year. I asked the former Vice President what her plans for Taipei were.
First of all, I would like to make Taipei the city, the capital of life, 生命之都. I firmly believe that there's no justification to pursue industrial benefit at the cost of citizens' lives, or living standard, or the environment. Because I believe without life, nothing is left. To achieve the goal, I proposed a couple of objects I call 三绿, 三化, and 三力. Okay, let me explain briefly in English. I'd like to create Taipei to become a city of vitality, 生命力, creativity, 创造力, and competitiveness,
right?
竞争力, vitality, creativity, and competitiveness.
Those are great buzzwords,
yes.
But what do they actually mean, and how would you actually implement that?
Yeah, well, then strategically, I want to develop Taipei as an eco-friendly and digitalized and international metropolis. For a goal to to make Taipei not only as a green city but also a garden city. I think you believe that in Taipei, hardly can one see flowers.
So you want more parks in Taipei?
Not just park, but with flowers. We have park, but no flowers. You see, in the States, in Europe, everywhere, you can see flowers. And flowers make people cheerful.
So you want to beautify the city?
This ugly city into garden city.
Okay.
I want to encourage each family to use their roof to grow either vegetables or flowers. I want to change the outlook of the city first. And then certainly, I think to digitalize the whole city, the government, and the people is important. More important is I want to internationalize the city. Taipei as the capital is not internationalized enough. So I certainly will encourage everybody to then to become a world citizen.
What does it mean to internationalize a city?
Okay, let me say. First of all, I want to encourage everybody to learn more about the international event, to learn more, practice more foreign language, especially English. And the whole street in Taipei City should be bilingual. Now we only can see Chinese, no English. So I want to change it. And besides, I would like to set up international schools so that more international friends can bring their family to live in Taiwan. And also to set up, we used to have an international guest house for visiting scholars, celebrities to live. It was torn down, so I would like to build an international guest house. And certainly to establish more international convention centers. All this will help. And certainly I should launch a campaign so that the citizens of Taipei should be ready to welcome the 2017 Taipei Summer Universiade.
Can I ask you, if you were elected tomorrow, for example, what would be the first thing you would do as mayor of Taipei?
I will take care of the senior citizens first. Taipei City is one of the most aging city in Taiwan. And I discovered that it's a pity that the city government has not taken them well. And second, I want to develop more institute for the senior citizen with different scale. Some are still good in their health, but some are not. So the government should take care of this. And besides that, Taipei City is a women's city because women surpass men about 200,000. So as a feminist leader, I certainly will have a special service and welfare for women. But during my service as a vice president, I launched a project called Good Housekeepers. We train those who are jobless and skillless and train them either to take care of the senior citizen or to take care of babies or to take care of the household. I call it the 好管家制度. And it turned out to be successful. So when I take office as a city mayor, I certainly would like to enlarge this campaign so that everybody get benefit of that, to have good housekeepers at a very reasonable price, because a professional trained housekeeper can render her service to not just one family.
Thanks for listening. I'm Eric Smith, reporting for ICRT's Taiwan Talk.